In this tutorial, I'll be showing you the basics of using the transform tool in Photoshop to change the size of an image. So, with our base image open, I'm going to drag in a new picture. Here it is. Whenever you bring in a new picture into an existing picture, it's going to appear as its own layer in the layers palette, but it also automatically comes in as a transform tool ready picture. So that's this large X that's on top of the picture. In order for us to change the size, all we need to do is click on one of the side boxes to change the size of the image. Now, what you'll notice about the picture as I'm making these changes is that it really makes it look odd, because it distorts the ratio of the sides. So what I really need to do is hold Shift at the same time as clicking and dragging, so that way the image will look normal, it's just changing in its general size. Once I get the picture to look the way that I'd like it, all I need to do is press Enter to complete the transform, and the tool goes away. Now let's say you decide later that you want to change the size of the object again. Well, the fastest way to get back to the transform tool is to do Control-T on your keyboard, and that'll bring back the box again, so you can make any changes that you want. If you want to change how the picture is oriented, you can pull the mouse off to the side here, and all of a sudden you can rotate it to make it fit better in your image. Remember, hitting Enter is the way to get the transform tool to go away. But there's also other methods of using the transform tool in Photoshop, and to get to those you have to go up to the Edit button on the top of the screen and then click down in the transform area and select one of these options. Now, scale is pretty much like the free transform tool. It's pretty much the same thing. Rotate is going to lock it so that you only can turn the image, and you don't have to worry about scale at all. Skew, I'll just show you here. Skew is a way of making it so that you adjust just one box, but it locks the other three boxes in place. So if I'm just operating this top right box, this box, and this box are all locked in place. So I'm really just going to be operating the edit through that one part of the image. Alright, Control-Z is going to undo what I just did. Going back to a different option here, Distort allows us to see a different kind of change to the image. We're still operating just one box, but you'll notice that even though I'm just operating this one box, the image is moving around within this part of the image too. So generally you may not be using this type of edit, but it's there in case it's something that you want to use. Going back up here, Perspective. This one allows you to make the image look like it's going back into the background. Notice how it's adjusting two of the boxes at the same time, but it's locking the bottom two when I'm operating these top two. Right, so you can make it look like it's coming forward into space or backwards into space. Right, that's a pretty useful tool there. Okay, going back up here, the last one is Warp. With this one, you can click on the inside of the image and start dragging around certain parts to make it look odd. You can also change the sides by operating both of these options here. Okay, so these, you can either drag it like that in on itself. Okay, there's lots of different options. So I'm turning the image back in on itself this way. So you can see how it can really make things look pretty odd. Sometimes you may end up using this. Oftentimes you'll probably just be using the regular free transform tool, which is Control-T. Alright, so that is the transform tool. In the next tutorial I'll be showing you how you can get rid of this black area around the X-Wing.